again, we're watching Hobbies by like Internet Historian. I'm so happy to be back. I hope your Halloween went well. I hope it went good. I updated Enderpine, so look! I look better now, I think anyway. Also, we got a new Nodders emote. I'm super happy. You look at the Nodders! Look! It's so cute. I love it. I'm super happy. Super excited to be here. Thank you. Also, I was so so excited. I got a onesie. This does not matter at all to the video. I'm sorry. But I got a onesie and I want you to know about it because I am happy I got a onesie.
Brought to you by Walled-Off Tanks. Hobbies.
Hobbies.
Hobbies. What are hobbies? Is rock climbing a hobby?
Oh, oh my god. It was so quiet. I was gonna say the best type of hobbies are the ones you can only do once, you know? Yippee.
All this and more on In the Field.
I've always
All right,
wanted to
so
do that.
do you have any hobbies?
I do, actually. I have many.
Really?
Yeah, swindling larger YouTube channels, that's probably the biggest one. But outside...
That is every single React content creator in the world. And I am sorry. I am a part of it. But hey, usually I can double the time in videos by yapping, so I hope it's more entertaining that way. And thank you. My medical bills, thank you.
Out of that, I play Dungeons and Dragons every week.
Nerd.
Okay, well...
Nerd.
No, sorry, carry on. Sorry, I didn't realize my mic was on. Carry on.
Do you just have a big red button that you push to mute when you want to yell slurs? Tell me about your hobbies.
The older you get, the more maintenances around the house become your hobbies. I do quite a lot of gardening.
Old green thumb,
I
eh?
love
I'm not amazing at keeping the plants alive or fruiting, but
I am good at keeping them.
yeah. Once in a while, landscaping as well. Like I rent the diggers and then I smooth out the dirt and such. Otherwise, I watch a lot of YouTubes.
Hold on. Hold on now. I'm blocking it, but look at this. I think it's a little something extra in his garden. Soon there's gonna be daisies.
I smooth out the dirt.
There
and
you
such.
go.
Otherwise, I watch a lot of YouTube.
So that's interesting because I don't.
Interesting.
I don't know if that makes me a bad YouTuber or a good one, because...
Oh, I've got my hand in the air. I have the answer to this 1 minute quiz.
Am I a good YouTuber or not?
Bad! I want to guess bad YouTuber. Carry on, mini kudos.
Was it the awful videos or the lack of uploads?
I'd say both, sir.
Well, Timmy, maybe one day you too can put off uploading to your YouTube channel. Something I find interesting, but I've never done.
Wait, how far? I want to see what the last uploads.
Was it the
and how far
awful
apart
video?
they are. Alright, 4 months ago, 4 months ago. I think that's just 2 months, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 1 month, 1 month, 2 month, 4 month. Oh, you know what? This just looks like my YouTube channel. But I'm uploading today! Yippee! Sorry, the first time I left I had to go get milk, and then I had to leave again because I had to go get lactose-free milk. Yep. I might go again, so that I can go ahead and get some cocoa powder. We can make it chocolate milk, yeah? Sounds good? Yippee! And then next time, I'll keep getting more things set onto it. Subscribe now, YouTube? Oh my goodness. I have been surprised. For how long I've been gone, there's been a lot of people subscribing, and I feel really anxious about it. Also, oh my god, my last video tanked so bad. I had multiple copyright issues in it, and I had to like take it off, put it back on, take off the video again, put it back on again. I'm so sorry about that. I am so sorry about that. I have never uploaded me playing a game onto YouTube ever. But I guarantee it will not be that stuff next time. I am so sorry. But please subscribe. YouTube likes me more when you subscribe. And you can help pay for my... Okay, I don't actually need help with this. I want to say that this is a joke. You could help pay for my gallbladder surgery that I got not too long ago. Yeah, I don't have a gallbladder anymore. It's not that bad, but it certainly does feel like there's a part of me missing, and that's because there is. And I'd feel awkward asking them, like, can I take it home, you know? Oh, thank you.
There's a
Following.
lack of uploads.
I'd say both, sir.
Well, Timmy, maybe one day you too can put off uploading to your YouTube channel. Something I find interesting but I'd never do is those people.
Don't worry, guys. Maybe one day you could ignore that you have some sort of responsibility for 2 weeks. Yippee! Be like me. One day just disappear from the internet for a solid week and a half. Who cares, right? Yippee!
People who go like, I know what you call it, like dredging or magnet fishing, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Where you see these videos on YouTube and TikTok, which are probably like faked a lot of the time, but I'm sure they still,
probably.
you find there are just so many guns.
I love that stuff. Watching people panning for gold, people like looking around with metal detectors and stuff. In fact, I was so into that stuff for
Okay, I'm sorry. I hate to pause again, but that just brought back childhood memories. I forgot what the show was called, but me and my dad used to watch a show where they were like panning for gold. It was really nice. I really looked forward to watching the episodes with him. It was a wholesome moment. I very much enjoy it.
while, this is before I had a YouTube channel, that I bought a metal detector. And I went to his store and I'm like, come on, we're going to go down to a thing. We're going to go to a park or something. And we're going to find a creek and we're just going to like metal detect around. As soon as I had the metal detector in my hand, I was so embarrassed. I just felt embarrassed. I can't explain it.
The reality set in that you'd have to be the guy going metal detecting.
Yeah, and we went down to like this creek, and on the way there, you'd pass by people and you'd kind of like try to push the metal detector kind of behind their line of sight so they wouldn't see you. And then we got down there, and boy, that metal detector was a real piece of shit. I didn't have much money at the time, so I just bought like the cheapest one. And so it only made a beeping noise when there wasn't anything.
What?
That is the worst scenario. Because it still works, but it's now incredibly annoying.
Loud and awful, yeah.
Like the idea that her store is so mad she leaves you and you have to walk home that day.
We didn't find anything except like one bottle cap, and then like on the way back we're like, oh, there's a beach. All right, fine, I'm gonna try the beach.
No.
And couldn't find anything. When
I was gonna say, after it went so horrible at like the lake or creek or whatever it was, you'll go to the beach next. Panic. Have any of you actually done metal detecting before though? I see videos on it, like on the internet, when I get really bored and fall down like a different rabbit hole. The other day, I went down a rabbit hole about learning about penguins, so now I know quite a bit about penguins. I'm very happy. I also want to go to an aquarium. I don't know when I'd be able to go to an aquarium, but I want to go to a fucking aquarium, man. There's usually a lot of people though, so I don't go because, you know, how easily I get sick and everything. But I want to go to a fucking aquarium. You haven't? Only at work? You have? Your job makes you do that? I'm assuming it's for reports or something. You don't do... You don't want to talk about it? Oh. I see.
we're making this really loud fucking noise, people are looking at us. And then I went, all right, I'm not finding anything here, hold on. And I threw $2 into the sand to see if the thing would pick it up. It not only didn't pick it up, but then I lost the $2 in the sand. I lost money. Stupid fucking hobby, and I haven't been metal detecting ever since. I
Wait,
would quite
what?
like to get into pigeon racing.
Okay, I know they're about to explain this to me, but I've never heard of pigeon racing. What the hell is that?
I would quite like to get into pigeon racing.
Okay.
I met a guy who bred and raced pigeons,
Okay.
and it is fascinating. They'll race these things over, like 400 kilometers,
Oh, wow.
and it'll come like down to the wire.
Yeah.
It is really cool the way they breed these particular pigeons, and like, oh, well, this one has particular stamina, but this one has a lot of speed.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you can keep pigeons basically the same way you keep chickens.
Oh!
But they just sit there and make this noise like,
Oh, have you ever took care of chickens before? I took care of chickens for like, I think it was around 6 months, and it was for like a school thing, so I wasn't around all the time, but it was my job to like take care of the little chicken area. I miss them. I miss them so much. I cried the last day I was able to go there. I cried because I wanted to stay with the chickens. I am a huge, you already know I'm a crybaby sometimes, but I love them. They were so cute and they loved me too, okay? I know they did.
The same way you keep chickens.
Mm.
But they just sit there and make this noise like...
That's a really good pigeon noise.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
what the
Instead of like, "Wah, wah, wah," like a chicken does, right? And chickens are awful and they stink, but pigeons are just like, hey, I'm purring like a cat, you know?
I also don't like pigeons, but I will give you that they are quieter and less smelly than chickens.
Yes.
Possibly less tasty too, though. But my only issue with something like pigeon racing is because it's, I'm assuming, of somewhat of a niche sport. I would feel like I'd want like cool video game stats involved. You know, like if I was going to be breeding these little suckers, I'd want to have like a UI where I can.
That's probably already a game, isn't it? I would love to see this as an actual game. I would love to play something like that.
Be like, here's this guy's speed rating out of 10.
They do that. They do that.
What the fuck?
They have these little ankle bracelet things, and then they have like a QR code on them, and then they have like these websites online that take all of...
What? This is crazy. There's a church in here. There's literally a church in here. Hold on, let me move. It's number 18. Allow me to take off my VTuber model for a second so you guys can see this, alright? I want you to see this. There's a church in here. It's number 18. You see it? Look! It's probably just their last name. It's probably not an actual church, but if it was, that'd be crazy. Well, that's just interesting. Alright, going back.
their stats and track them by GPS and do...
Why did I just read something? You would shoot the opponent's prison set. What makes you think I'd... I don't know. It depends whose pigeon it was, and like I wouldn't shoot him. No. Distract him, but don't
all
shoot
the stuff.
it.
It's like crazy.
That's like sports stats, but for
Do not look at my Genshin Impact stream I did. Don't look at it.
birds.
And you know what? Here's how you race a pigeon, right?
You throw it really hard.
You go to the starting line, and then you let it go, and then you sit in a chair having a few drinks, and then someone's going to call you on the phone in a few hours and tell you that you won or lost. It's brilliant.
Oh, but the thought of that is really funny.
Imagine a pigeon community night where we all just hang out and like watch horror movies, and then we get the call later on whose pigeon won. I don't know why, that just seems so amazing. You know what? If I ever become one of those, what is it? You know, like the drinking aunts or like drinking moms, drinking grandmas? I'm gonna put a spin on it. I'm making it pigeon racing too.
Yeah, and it's like, once you win, then you can put this pigeon out to stud like a bull. This one's the fastest. Well, now it's worth like 100 grand. Come on. And you put it in a cage with like 200 female pigeons.
And you play romantic pigeon music.
Yeah, exactly. And you know that this is just going to be the greatest moment of this pigeon's life. It's fucking hilarious.
My problem is pigeons suck, and I think something like a hawk or something seems way cooler to breed.
Hawks are pretty cool. Well, hawks are the natural enemy of the pigeon, you see.
So what you're saying is I should breed hawks and you should breed pigeons.
No.
We'll see who wins.
No, keep yours away from my... It's not fair. Ad time. World of Tanks sponsorship. Sandra, have you heard about this new free-to-play MMO with our...
Unironically, I know some of you think it's a joke when I say the ad is my favorite part, but Internet Historian's ads always appease a part of my brain.
over 160 million players. The best thing about World of Tanks is not just that it's free, which it is that they're continuously pumping out new content. Like an old drain pipe in the Philippines, there's a constant flow of content into the greater ocean. Did you know you can enjoy World of Tanks on a console or on the mobile phone? All you have to do is call up this.
I thought that was my sound alert for a second. I'm not gonna lie. I really did think it was mine. I got so worried.
Number and you tell them where you want to move. Yeah, go 5 yards forward. Fire. Did I hit him?
That's a hit.
Now, Sandra, this game is set in the post-apocalypse. All of the animals have gone extinct except for the tank. But then a world war breaks out between them.
Hey, Mohammed. I heard there's only one tank in the whole game.
That's not true, Sandra. In fact, there are lots of different classes of tank. You can be a healing tank. You can be a stealth tank.
I don't know why. I do not know why the slap or sound effect on that just was dopamine to my brain. Oh, right, we could show YouTube the dopamine thing. So I have a bottle here that when I open, people enjoy the sound a lot. I don't know if I can get it to pick up right now, but I will do my best. Here we go, YouTube. Did you guys hear that? Oh! Yippee! Thank you for following. That's very sweet of you. Dopamine. Oh, that one messed up. Dopamine. It's good enough. Good enough. Good enough.
Sandra. In fact, there are lots of different classes of tank. You can be a healing tank, you can be a stealth tank, you can even be a druid tank. This is downtown London, before any sort of conflict happened. Boy, this really reminds me of a war I can't mention, Sandra. So go to the link below and use the code COMBAT. We'll give you a Cromwell B premium tank. 250,000 credits.
I didn't hear that right, right?
Tank premium account time, plus
Oh,
3
no.
rental premium tanks. By the way, they sent us some promo stuff, and some of these are like ads that have Arnold Schwarzenegger in them, and
What?
Mila Jokovic and Chuck Norris. I don't know why they sent me this, but it's brilliant. Look at this.
Get to the tank. Also, they collaborate with Girls und Panzer.
Oh, I actually like that one, and same with Valkyria Chronicles. It's a good game. You know, Sandra, I heard that.
For a game about tanks, I do not know much. Forgive me for I am ignorant to a lot of things. I'm always willing to learn, but I'm ignorant towards a lot. I didn't expect that many collabs.
Adding a
You know?
dating sim to World of Tanks.
What? Okay, no. There's no shot.
Oh, Cromwell, Summer. My barrel is all filled with ash and debris. Take this pipe cleaner and go to town. Sandra, how come you're in that tank right now?
I don't know.
Oh, stop it. You're destroying the whole set.
Oh no.
So click on the link in the description below and use code COMBAT to get a whole bunch of stuff. Look at this stuff. Ad over.
It was a good... What? How did I go from Pigeon Racing to the guillotine? Please tell me I wasn't the only one jump scared by that. Please tell me I wasn't the only one.
I know what the worst hobby is.
What?
Candle making.
Really?
Fuck you! Fuck you! I make... Sorry. For the reason I am mad is because I make candles. I have made candles before. I enjoy it a lot, so I'm very salty. Oh no.
Really?
Oh, what's the fucking point? Go down to the store and buy a big candle for $1, or if you want a scented one, they're
Oh
everywhere.
my god.
Like, I don't understand why.
I actually just did like the strangling motion with my hands. It's not... It's different, and it's the wax, and I like using beeswax instead. Beeswax candles are nice, okay.
Why people are making their own candles. What's the... there's one fun part about candle making, which is that you can dip your hand in the hot wax, and then you've got like a claw thing that you can start, you know, peeling away.
It is surprising that isn't some kind of therapeutical thing, because that seems like somewhere like...
It is, hello? I was gonna say, like... What?
have you been to the wax dipping?
Yes! Yeah, they got those smoke pots and Acupuncture and
Yeah,
shit. Why don't they have
acupuncture-
wax dipping?
Have any of you done acupuncture? My brother, I think he said he did it at one point. I cannot. You did not just say no ocean breeze. I. For context, YouTube. There was a point where I was selling candles, and this woman, she came up and she was like, wow, you know, these candles are nice, but there's no ocean breeze. It's like, ma'am, it's a candle.
That's the perfect like massage thing because it kind of
No.
hurts like a lot of those kind of treatments. Acupuncture, massaging. There's like a pain element to them, but there's also like a satisfaction element to them where afterwards you feel like and then afterwards your skin would probably feel.
Wait. Hold on. I need to redo this.
Kind of treatments, acupuncture, massaging. There's like a pain element to them, but there's also like a satisfaction element to them where afterwards you feel like and then afterwards your skin would probably feel real like moisturized or something.
Yeah, because you would sweat.
Trains, on the other hand, I could see trains because trains are like that's a bit of a novelty. Like an
They're
old train's
cool,
kind of
yeah.
cool to ride on.
There's this park in Melbourne, and it's got like this tiny train. And there's a little conductor dude that sits in the front.
I like how they're all adults too. That's amazing.
Park in Melbourne, and it's got like this tiny.
Look, they're just chilling out. They're having a good time. I'd have a blast too, man. Adults like trains too. That's what I'm saying. It's nice to see. I know so many people that don't really go outside of like the internet for their hobbies because it's considered childish hobbies, and it makes me really sad to see a lot of the time. It's like if you want to go do something and it can be considered childish, you're not really hurting anyone, right? As long as you're not hurting anyone, I don't think we should really judge if you like trains or not as like a 30-year-old. I could not give a shit. Talk to me about trains for the next 2 hours, okay? Is there a train iceberg video? I think I want to learn more about trains.
Train. And there's a little conductor dude that sits in the front, and he just gives rides like all day.
That's awesome.
I was enjoying
That's
the hell
the
out of it,
dream
and I understood
job.
it all of a sudden.
So yeah, just suddenly all the cynicism that went into your early videos washes away. And that's why you only upload twice a year now.
Yes, and I'm just too obsessed with trains now. Oh, is that the DC-45?
You do judge? Okay, Rhoda.
Twice a year now.
Yes, and I'm just too obsessed with trains now. Oh, is that the DC-45? Running on time, I see.
Would you tie a woman to the tracks? Do you reckon that? Do they ever do that?
What?
Is that a real thing someone did?
I would presume so. I would presume that's a pretty good way of taking someone out.
That has to be one of the most horrible way. Like you're going to be mincemeat 100% chance. There's no way you're getting out of that.
Throw that one up, Jamie. Does anyone ever get tied to the railroad tracks?
A rare yes. Several known instances of it happening, according to the August 31st, 1874 issue of New York Times. A Frenchman identified the paper as simply garden. That's horrible. Oh my god.
When did they start using the guillotine? That was around the 1700s, wasn't it? And that's like the same time that the train was around. Why didn't they just use the train?
Well, a bit messy to clean up, I think. You can't just have a train running around covered in gore all the time.
Yeah, true.
You know what's crazy about the guillotine is the last, government-issued guillotining in France happened when the first Star Wars movie was in theaters.
Yeah, I was going to say it's like the 90s.
What? Oh my goodness. And that you're like, hi Pizza Lord, hi. Wasn't the person who made the guillotine killed by it too?
The 70s or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like way
I
later
think
than
I
you
heard
think.
that somewhere.
Yeah. Do you reckon it hurts?
I actually think about that more often than I should because they say that your brain activity still kicks around for a good 30 seconds afterwards.
Yeah, I could totally see that.
Do you reckon you're just like, fuck. Wow, this sucks.
Well, you'd land in the basket and then you'd be all nauseous, right? Because you'd be like, you'd spin and then land upside down. And you'd be like, my face is right up against this wicker. This is terrible.
Yeah, this just sucks.
Then you might be a bit bored for a little while, like just waiting to die.
I hate thinking about this. This is stressing me out like it's something I have to do later.
It's like doing the dishes.
I hate thinking about this. This is stressing me out like it's something I have to do later.
Okay, what would be the worst part about getting guillotined? Because I suppose the blade is quick, at least. There would be a moment just before you put your head in it that you get really close to the guillotine and you kind of have this thought that's like, oh, this is really dangerous.
I should
Do you
be
know what I
doing.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like when you get too close to it, like a bandsaw or
Yeah, you get
know,
like a
something
tingle in your
shock gloves.
hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got it. Right. So what you do is
Yeah.
underneath you want to have a bit of a lever, like a seesaw, and then you have the basket there. So the moment it cuts through, your head falls off, it launches your head straight into the air, and then it's kind of like, whoa, I get to see the whole crowd.
That would be the worst if it like only cut through.
Imagine being a kid that just gets hit in the face with the with the head. I'm sorry. That would be the worst part. What the fuck? I don't know why I thought of that. I don't know why I thought
through
of it.
halfway.
Yeah, or it gets stuck, and then they
You have to
try
like
to
pull it up again.
and then that's pulling your neck as well.
And they just kind of like they just stand above it and just kick the back of your head.
We're gonna need a couple fellas just to jump up and down on the blade, please. Oh, here's the problem. You tied a bloody knot in the rope. It's caught against the... It's like caught against the wooden beam.
This is very morbid.
Sorry, I'm just thinking...
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, some of this is... It's a little too much. Oh no. It's okay though.
But other ways to do the guillotine. Because you could have them at the very top.
You drop them onto the...
Yeah.
No,
Or
that
you
would
have
not
an
work.
enormous spring underneath the blade, so everyone has to kind of pull, and then it goes off.
Yeah, right, yeah, like you're loading. This feels like if like, as seen on TV, infomercials invented a guillotine, like, aren't you sick and tired of that normal guillotine? And they invent this weird double-sided guillotine that can, like,
It
cut.
slices, it dices, and only 3 payments of $39.95 plus postage. And the old person tries to drop the blade, but then they just kind of fall over, and then they're
Yeah, they try and pull on the rope, and then they just immediately go and turn to the camera. Ah!
The point of the guillotine was that it was a simple machine. I was gonna say, like, it doesn't really... I don't think it was designed to be difficult to understand.
Like holding their wrist. What about one that's like a fan, and it's like...
oh yeah, so you just keep sliding people through it.
like a conveyor, and have them turned into little slices.
Oh yeah, that would be quite nice. Yeah, we're essentially describing a deli slicer, but yeah.
Electric chair, that sounds pretty bad, but I feel like it'd be pretty quick.
Okay, so how do we improve the electric chair?
I think the electric chair... Is it more painful? I mean, if you ever had anyone be electrocuted, they probably know. Yeah, you know what? Ignore that. That's a really ignorant statement.
Bad, but I feel like it'd be pretty quick.
Okay, so how do we improve the
That was
electric chair?
stupid, like...
I'm thinking what you do is, instead of one big shock, just thousands of little shocks.
They just randomly occur all over your body.
Yeah, it's like you're constantly licking a 9-volt battery.
Yeah.
What if they just tape the battery to your tongue and then walk away and go, oh,
It does one damage at a time, but eventually... Well, that's just death by 1,000 cuts, but it's death by 1,000 small shock.
You electrocute people. I mean, yeah. Yeah, you know, I just thought about... Yeah, you know what? If a taser hurts, the electric chair probably hurts. And it stops me mid-sentence. I don't want to talk about it. Someone's hair got caught on fire? Oh, no.
oh, fuck.
I wonder if you did just cover someone in wet 9-volt batteries, like whether you would die from starvation or like electrical current.
I think eventually, like, your muscles must just give out.
But it's like the muscles, it'll be your heart or brain that like gives up.
Yeah, your heart would give out. Yeah, that would be it. Yeah. You'd just get overexerted.
Yeah, okay, hold on. What if electrical chair, but there's a phone to play Family Guy on it while you die?
What if like... Oh, shit. I just lost it.
Subway
The
surfers,
Family Guy
man.
phone flashbanged you.
Throwing flashbang.
That just wiped your brain like a Men in Black clicker.
Yeah.
Wait. I am waiting. What is going on, Rhoda? We were talking about hobbies? Yeah, how did we get here?
Okay, imagine a Men in Black if instead you didn't see anything and they held up Family Guy Funny Moments compilation.
Oh, wait, that would work so well nowadays to a lot of people. How about Oysters, the hobby? Hello? Okay. Let me learn. I will learn. From trains to people on train tracks to the guillotine to phone flashbang. Yep.
One of those things that I got interested in for quite a while was oysters.
Oysters?
Yeah.
Oysters?
Yeah, I just thought they were really interesting.
You went on oysters.com?
I don't know what that is. It won't be good though. And I went to this oyster tour in Tasmania, and they were just telling me about all these like really interesting things about oysters. So yeah, we used to have these piles and piles of shells. We would burn them and turn them into lime. Oh, really? Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, so anyway, most oysters are about 7 years old, and here's how they mate.
Let me get some of that oyster seed. Yeah.
Bruh.
I think it's a clam, not an oyster, but there's a picture where like they put a bunch of salt in front of a clam and its the big gross tongue like flops out and licks up all the salt.
Ugh.
Have you seen that?
No.
Let me find that. It is interesting.
Pull that one up, Jamie. It's doing it.
Isn't that fucked up?
Yeah, they're pretty awful.
I just want to fucking slam my fist down on it when its tongue's out.
Do you reckon it pulls its tongue out and goes, ooh, salty?
Yeah, well, that's the.
I've
if it hated
never
salt,
seen
but then like
anything-
it also has to use its tongue as
What?
its like primary means of transportation, so it has to like put
How do I not know this? What? Hello?
its tongue
Mm.
in the salt to get away from the salt. It's kind of like a saw trap almost.
Yes, why hasn't anyone done saw but for animals? Yes.
No.
You're always poking your tongue out at people. Well, now there's salt around and stuff.
What if there was a Saw movie where he just did it to like innocuous animals? No one gave a shit about like clams and like deep sea anglerfish.
You're always just swimming around in the dark. Now you're sellotaped to a 800-watt light bulb. He's having like a mussel and clam stew, but he throws them all in a pot and then turns the water on to boil. And he goes, here I have set up a trap. You must escape before the water boils. But he always intended just to have a stew.
Yeah, exactly. He just watches as they boil because they're fucking like clams and they can't do anything.
Now comes the warm butter.
I make a lot of soup, okay? I make a lot of soup, so now my brain just connected that to me like chopping up celery or something. Like chopping up carrots or like, God, just anything. I'm a murderer? Oh no. I didn't do anything, officer. I wouldn't do anything like that. That's for sure.
If you don't escape in 10 seconds, you'll be enveloped in fresh cream which will permeate into your lungs and tongue, rendering you unable to move. What's an animal you would like to see in a zoo?
You murder plants? Okay. Yes, sure. You cook them alive? Yeah, you have to cook them alive. Otherwise, it's not as tasty. Is it made from love if you weren't being cooked alive, you know?
Saw trap.
Sometimes I see those birds that are like, they're usually water birds, and they've got these very long, slender legs. I just think, God, that would be satisfying just to walk over and be like, snap that.
What? No! I never thought of that!
Satisfying just to walk over and be like, snap that.
Jesus.
You know what I mean?
No, I never had that intrusive thought. No! I did not have that intrusive thought. Yummy, okay.
Like, no, I don't actually want to hurt it, but
Like a breadstick.
Yeah, it's kind of, and I'm not going to, but it's kind of like, you know, when your mate is showing off a brand new pencil.
Oh yeah, and you just
And he's like, I love this thing. I've sharpened it perfectly. And you just want to reach over and snap it. In my head, all this stuff is absolutely hilarious. In real life, one time there was this mouse that got caught in a mouse trap at our place, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't finish him, so I had to let him go free in the park.
Yeah, I couldn't bring myself to do that either. I feel like my problem with Saw is, or just any horror movie really, which is another hobby a lot of people seem to love that I just don't understand. People never deserve it.
No.
Which I guess is kind of the point, but when it's like, oh, just some teacher who didn't like appreciate their family enough or something, it's like this person doesn't deserve to have their like face cut in half.
Yeah, there'll be one that got away with like murder or something, and the other one is just a teenager who didn't listen to their mom when it was bedtime. And it's like, well, I think we know which one doesn't deserve it. It's always so opposite too. Also, did you guys ever break the pencils in school? For some reason, as soon as I learned I could do that, I did that to every single pencil I owned that was wood. I had to stop using wood pencils because I couldn't not break them. You know?
Yeah, no. That's a sort of lesson that you would learn over the course of a lifetime.
You're clearly...
To like appreciate your family.
Whatever.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that one's gonna work itself out.
You've just given them PTSD.
Hold on, I want to make sure I
That's a
don't
sort of
skip
lesson
over a
that you
part.
would learn over the course of a lifetime. To like appreciate your family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that one's gonna work itself
Yeah.
out.
You've just given them PTSD. You haven't solved anything.
One time I Dungeoned and Dragoned.
Okay, interesting. When was this?
Ooh.
I was invited to do some D&D stuff back in my university days. I showed up on a Saturday. It was about 1 in the afternoon, and we were there until about 7 o'clock, and we had to call it quits at 7 o'clock because the host's mum was coming home then. In that 6 hours, I think we managed to play for about an hour. And then the other 3 hours were spent setting up the game, and the other 2 arguing about the rules.
So you had the authentic experience, is what?
I was gonna say, like, isn't that the classic D&D experience? Is to spend a majority of the time setting up everything? Sounds about right? Accurate? Thank you.
You're saying.
I am
Thank you.
amazed that anyone gets to do more than about 15 minutes of gaming per 4-hour session. You got any D&D story? You ever kill a man?
I remember one time I went to a card store to buy some cards, and they were having like their weekly D&D night where like a whole bunch of different tables were all set up for people to play D&D.
Yeah.
And there's a guy sitting at one of them who had head to toe full Deadpool merch on.
Oh.
He had a
Oh.
Deadpool hat, he had a Deadpool
Oh.
jumper on, the jeans, I believe, probably just regular jeans, but they were black to fit with the color scheme. And then he had red and black sneakers, which I don't know if they were Deadpool branded, but they were definitely, continuing the color scheme.
Deadpool coded. You know what? You cannot blame someone for having a style. Maybe unique, but I swear I've seen somebody wear these shoes before. Like last week, I think. I'm trying to remember who it was. Apologies.
You know what? Maybe it was like a bad coincidence. Like, maybe these are all the things he doesn't usually wear. 'Cause, okay, this happened to me once, right? Somehow, when I was like 11, I think my mum had bought me a camouflage shirt and camouflage shorts. And so, like my dad, right, he kind of wanted me to be a bit of a snob for some reason when I was a kid, right?
Yeah.
So he used to take me to the driving range all the time. And I remember looking in my closet and going, oh, I don't have anything except this camouflage shirt and these camouflage shorts that I never wear. And so I just had to wear both of those. And so I looked like I was going to the military at age 11. And I remember distinctly, like, we were waiting to go in, and there's these 2 absolute strangers who walk by in the other direction and they salute. And I just died. That's probably what happened to...
No! The salute is crazy! I'm sorry, I couldn't not laugh during that. What the hell was
There's these 2 absolute strangers who walk by in the other direction and they salute. And I just died. That's probably what happened to this dude.
absolute back. Yeah, you got it, man.
I
You got
think
it.
I would like to retire to a small town in Tasmania called Launceston.
Okay.
And one of the reasons is I was there and I was walking around downtown and, oh, neat. Looks like a Warhammer store. So I went in and I bought a book, which I never read. And then I went back out and then I walked 2 stores down and then all of a sudden another comic book store.
Okay.
And I'm like, hey, that's brilliant. There's like 2 of these
Yo.
in a very small town. And then I walked around the corner of the block and there was like one of those war games stores right there. It was all within like 100-yard radius. It was brilliant.
I'd love to find like a
That
real
sounds so
nerdy
nice.
town that you just like, yeah, we're really nerdy, so what?
Yeah, we don't reproduce.
We just make a commune in the.
Did he just say we? Hold on. There's no way I heard that right.
You just like, yeah, we're really nerdy, so what?
Yeah, we don't reproduce.
We just make a commune
Okay, I did hear
in
that
the
right.
Highlands of Tasmania, and we just ship in Warhammer and D&D.
Absolutely. And then we set up like a cross between an internet cafe and a deli, but we only let our friends in, and then everybody gets free deli meats, right? And then eventually,
Oh shoot! Thank you for the raid. Welcome in. We're just watching some videos. I hope your stream went well. Welcome in.
one of us becomes the mayor. I actually Googled once the current mayor of Launceston, and I thought, you know what? I could at least take this guy in a fight.
Yeah, which
Easy.
is how they settle the mayorship in Tasmania.
Yeah, that's right. You stand in the middle of the triangle.
Would you guys run for mayor if you just like win by beating up the other ones? Would you guys actually want to try being a mayor if you could do that? Yeah, you would. I'd give it a shot. Like I wouldn't win, but I don't know why I want to give it a shot. Can I choose my opponent? Oh, I would choose somebody that just had like the worst morals. No, man.
It intersects the 3 war game stores.
Yeah, and you have the ultimate war game.
No, you know what I do? Pick a person, right? Pick a person. Keep reapplying, only to fight that one person. Only care about the one person. Never give a reason. Never tell them why. That person is just your personal enemy to destroy on sight. YuGiOh? Oh no. I just watched YuGiOh Bridge last night. I watched like 20 episodes in a row. It was so much fun, YouTube Frogs. You should definitely rewatch your older Bridge series that you haven't seen in a long time.
I've never fucking understood Yu-Gi-Oh! Because half my friends play it, but like you look at one of those cards and it is just a novel, man. It is like
I have only ever seen the show, and that thing does not
All I wrote is screw the rules, I have money.
seem to have any rules at all.
yeah, those motherfuckers just making shit up on the fly.
You can't use 2 beast cards in one deck without sacrificing at least a spirit card. And you, what? Who?
Huh?
Where did that happen? And then
What the-
Yu-Gi-Oh! Immediately does it anyway without sacrificing the spirit card. And then he looks like he's, oh no, Yugi, you've lost all your life points. But then he's like, hold on a minute, I've got the heart of the cards. What does that mean? And then all of a sudden his poor life points
He
come
just
back.
pulls out a gun.
That gun, PNG, has been used in so many memes I have made. So many. Hey, thank you for following. Hi, Yokoman. I love
What
it.
does that mean? And then all of a sudden his poor life
Pull
points
out a
come
Just
back.
pulls out a gun.
Did you ever watch Yu-Gi-Oh?
I did. I was obsessed with it as a kid. But you're right.
You know what it feels like? Oh, yep, there's the pine gun emote. I was gonna say, this feels like luring people in through YouTube just to tell them to get in the basement in Twitch. I don't know why. They started the joke, okay? I want to tell you, they started it. I'm just adding on to it. Oh my god, that is a big emote. Thank
But
you.
it has such little bearing on the actual game. I like to imagine the card designers just saw every episode come out and they're just like, fuck. How are we going to keep up with, like, because obviously kids are going to buy the decks being like, I want to do Yuki's cool move.
Blue Eyes White Dragon, please.
I remember as a kid looking up the cards and the descriptions are completely different to the show.
Wait, you're from YouTube? Hello. You should join the Discord. And make sure to say that you're new. And welcome in, yeah?
Being really disappointed. I also think some kid stole my cards. I'm not sure.
I know who it was. It was that goddamn Kaiba.
The goddamn Kaiba came to rural New Zealand and stole my deck that was probably worth $20 max.
He held your grandfather to ransom, and he wanted your Dark Wizard card. I think Yugi has the... I don't know if his name is YuGiOh or Yugi.
His name's Yugi, and then when he turns into the version of him that's trapped in the Millennium Puzzle, he's Yummy Yugi.
Forgot about that, the Millennium Puzzle.
Yeah.
And don't forget the Millennium Eye, Yug.
And that's right, he can like see under Yugi's clothes with it or something.
His facial expression would just change when he goes...
Oh, and in the show, he goes... You have to see it. He goes from being really short to being the same size as everyone else. Whenever he transforms, it's like, how does he do that? Hello? Like, are they different bodies, or are they the same body? I don't understand. I want answers.
Between the two of them. He had the most bizarre hair of any anime character I've ever seen. It was like, what is even happening?
Yeah,
With that, it's like 3 different colors, and it's almost a pyramid.
At least like most anime characters here, it's like stupid, but you're like, okay, theoretically with
Danganronpa.
enough hair gel, you could make that happen. Like Cloud's hair or something.
Yeah.
Like there's just a blonde guy with spiky, like shaped hair, and then Joey's just from Brooklyn for some reason, even though it's like set in Japan.
you, yeah. Wasn't this in a video?
Yeah, I also did a video of this.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Which you can click on the top right.
Yeah,
corner of the
don't do
screen
that.
right now.
Don't do that. Don't click on that.
Oh.
All right, listen up, Mini Cooters. I've got your granddad. I'm going to expose him to my gamma radiation card.
I'm gonna play a mountain and
Gamma radiation card? What does it say? Once per turn, declare one type. All monsters on the field become that declared type. Every 3 turns, destroy one monster outside of the field. Oh.
tap it and cast lightning bolt on your.
Are you
force-
turning Egyptian right now?
You've already done this joke before. Don't make me do blackface.
You're just in denial, Mini Kudos.
Man, you need to start finding someone else to do these.
All right, thanks for being on. I'll catch you later.
Oh, we'll see you at. Well, we got D&D tonight.
Warhammer, Game of Thrones, YuGiOh, Magic the Gathering. Okay.
And then you
It's a Minecraft calendar too.
said you're coming around for Magic tomorrow.
My mum's coming home soon. I gotta go.
We've got Yu-Gi-Oh! The day after that, and then we're going to be watching Game of Thrones the day after that. Warhammer, I think, is booked in on Sunday. So
I've got some terrible news.
oh,
This is Historian,
oh,
Internet Historian's wife.
oh, okay. Nice.
He has died.
This is wanting to get out of plans. You don't. Oh my goodness, I can't. The immediate took it too far.
If you want to make any of those appointments, don't contact this number again.
I'm at your
Goodbye.
door looking at you, though.
Goodbye.
We're
Please
we've been
respect our privacy.
We've been
Goodbye.
talking face to
In
face.
this time of bereavement.
I'm looking at you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, you too. Goodbye. Like and subscribe. It's over. It's over. Goodbye, YouTube. No reason to stay here no more.